Yeah, so growing up in the church was such a different experience. It was religion, it was rules, it didn't feel like there was a relationship there. It felt like a story. I went to a Christian school. All my close friends were Christians. We all went to church together, and I could see my friends having this relationship with God, and I could see that their hearts were invested in this, but I didn't feel it. I didn't feel that connection. I didn't understand it, and I didn't know how to get there. I remember being at a conference or event or something once, and one of my friends turned to me and said, "Do you feel that God loves you?" And I just said no, because I just couldn't feel it. The older I got, and being a teenage girl, there was just other things that became more interesting, more important to me. And I got to 16 and just decided that church just wasn't it for me anymore. That wasn't where my path lied. I didn't feel that connection. So walked away. After I walked away from the church, I just lived a life separate to that, just on my own terms, and battled with depression the whole time. You know, it's a whirlwind that I just get caught up in, and sometimes it just sucks and rips at me that I can't actually control myself, I can't control my actions, I just end up in this really dark place that I can't get out of. I was at a point where I was living my life where anything that would give me 5 minutes of relief from that was what I would go after. Having family who is so invested in the church is incredible. Melina was that. There was something different about her and about Andrew, that something in their lives that just amazed me. I've got memories of sitting at Doncaster having coffee and Melina praying for me and me just in complete tears. She was always there for me when I was going through those really hard times. She was always there for me, whenever I needed. One day I was driving home and a song came on the radio, and I just heard this voice in my head saying, "Come home." Through that song I was in tears. I heard him say, "I've seen everything you've done and I love you anyway, and I want you to come home." I didn't understand it. I couldn't put it on the future problems list. It was something that was happening here and now. It was a presence in my life here and now, and I needed to acknowledge it, and I needed to understand it, and I needed to follow it. And I got home and messaged Melina saying, "All right, what time's church?" After living with depression for 15 years, and then coming into church and feeling God's love, it is mind-blowing. His grace, His love and His forgiveness is just encompassing, and to feel that is my strength now. I knew I couldn't deny it anymore, and I knew that this is where I'm supposed to be, and that God has a plan for me and a path for me. It's home.